Good afternoon, everyone. It's Anita Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my contemplative time has been all about humankind's essential nature. Now, if you are spiritual yourself or you've been following me for a while, you would know that our essential nature is what I believe is our essential spiritual nature. So it's interesting that when we're looking at finding ourselves, right? So, when people say, I want to find myself, or I don't know myself, or know thyself, the same idea, it is about finding this spiritual connection. Now, some people do it through religion, and you know that I use words like the soul, or God, or the universe, or higher consciousness very interchangeably. So, whichever word applies to your thinking, this is what my contemplation time was about this morning. Is about connecting to that essential nature. And I came across a beautiful quote that I thought I'd share with you. This says, "Nothing from outside can stop a man from enjoying lasting peace and permanent joy in life, for it is the essential nature of his own soul." And this is by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. And I so agree with this, right? So, this is if we are able to get in touch with that space, there's nothing that stops us from permanent peace and joy. And that seems so unusual, right? Because literally, people being caught in traffic this morning might be thinking, I wasn't feeling peace and joy in that time. And it's true, there's many things on the human realm that are not so easy. But to be in a space where we can find peace and joy in all of it is a beautiful experience. And it's certainly what I believe is one of the biggest benefits of starting to come to that space, or starting to understand it, or starting to experience it and live it. And it's very possible. And I thought I'd share this other quotation, which maybe hit more heart sizes fact, but let's say this. This quotation is actually by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and some of you know that I love taking nature walks, and many of you might too. So this quotation says, "Many eyes go through the meadow, but few see the flowers in it." Many eyes go through the meadow, but few see the flowers in it. And isn't this interesting? Because I really do believe we can think of this in a nature walk where sometimes people are walking to get exercise and they really miss everything that is wherever they're walking. Sometimes they miss the person that they're walking with as they're not really connecting. They're thinking about, I got to do this walk, or I got to do this next after the walk, or whatever way that might be happening. And yet there are some people who really do notice. And I know I've been blessed with having the eyes to see these things. But, they also use this term of as within, so without, that sort of idea. So when I'm looking more into myself, I'm able to look more into nature too. And I love it. And of course, I feel that nature is communicating with me regularly. And I know it's communicating with all of us. But my eyes and ears have been open to hearing it. And so today I would love for you to think for 5 minutes about, are you in touch with your essential nature? Because certainly when I'm hearing or seeing things from any nature experiences, and even experiences with friends and family and everyone around me, I know that I'm seeing from a deeper space than I've ever seen before. But sometimes this will happen very easy for us, right? So sometimes you just love going to your favorite park, or you love going to see your favorite friend, whatever way it is, or speaking with someone. And it brings you this depth of connection that you might not get anywhere else, right? So I'd love for you to sit for 5 minutes and think. If you're able to spend 5 minutes in that environment or with that person, fantastic. And if you're able to spend it in your mind, that's even better too, because you carry this everywhere, right? So I was, of course, reflecting on all of this morning and recognizing that, yeah, our own body, mind, soul is literally like our own meadow, right? This is a meadow that if we choose to explore, we can see more than the superficial that it shows us, right? We can see the depth, we can understand the depth of what our true purpose, our true nature, which is always good. It's always a beautiful, loving space that true essential nature is coming from. And I'd love for you to see if you can connect with that true essential space within you, whether it's right within yourself. Maybe it's through meditation, maybe it's through a walk in a forest, maybe in your neighborhood, maybe it's a chat with a good friend or family member. Whichever way that it brings you to that space of your true essential nature, that would be beautiful. And remember, nothing outside of us can shake the peace and joy. So let's say you call your favorite friend and they're going through something not so easy, and suddenly your peace is kind of not so easy. Hold on to your essential nature is what I would strongly encourage you. And then I'd like to finish with one more quotation. This is by Terrence McKenna, and I thought it was just beautiful. So this says, nature is not mute, it is man who is deaf. And isn't that what I just said, right? That I am hearing things that I've never heard before. Maybe for some length of time, I've been deaf to hearing because I'm in the same spaces that I've been in for some length of time. And nature is always around us, and wonderful people are always around us. But I am able to see and hear the best of things, which is our essential nature. And it's such a beautiful space to work from. So I wish that for you today. I hope that these quotations lifted your thoughts and perspective and perhaps shaped some reflective time after this video. And I wish you have a fantastic day ahead. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.